Hey folks, welcome back to Reus 2 and welcome back to Tapir Theta. Our second planet with the Sage as the planet Spirit, which grants plus 20 food to all plants. We decided here, this is our first planet using the Savannah Giant. And we decided we're going to go after the 3 calm eras here to get as many unlocks as possible. So this is kind of a chiller planet in a sense. We're still here in the settling era. Before the first era, we've got our 3 settled cities, and we're trying to make the most of what we have available before we go into our first era. So last time we set up Easterndale Castle here. If we get 2 minerals within borders, we complete the level 1 quest here. And we have 2 slots. We already have 1 mineral. So really we just need 1 more. So we have the stone and the fur. Let's take a look at what other minerals we have access to. We have the agate and the stone. The miner here, let's review how he works. Let's go to collection, spirits and projects, and look for the miner. So, we're not quite sure what this is about, the spirit power. But it looks like he's about science and gold. The Stonecutter project, which we may be able to build, gains science from the element biotica. Gem Seeker gains gold from the gem biotica. And the Toolsmith gains +1 science for each science in the mineral within borders with the highest science. So this scales up based on the largest thing we can get. I think our best bet here is just to throw down either another stone or this agate here. The agate outputs 15 gold. The stone outputs 10 with an additional 10 if it's adjacent to another bioticum with base science. So the one benefit from the agate is we could get extra biodiversity. Then we have ruggedness. Ruggedness comes from placed minerals, predators, is mountain slots, and then we have a penalty from biotica with a base food yield. So I've seen, we haven't gone very deep into the taiga yet, but I have seen that there are a number of things that require ruggedness and then distance from the city. So I think it does make sense to increase our biodiversity and ruggedness by placing this agate. That'll also complete the level 1 quest here. Let's get that down. Okie doke. And what are these guys? They're going the wrong way. I don't want them going that way. So, we're going to quick load here. And we're instead going to place that mineral over here. Let's place the agate here instead. I guess this is fine. We'll place it there and see if we can get them to expand that way. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we completed the level 1 quest for the Sage. Okay, we have 2 drafts available and 25 Eon to work with, plus we can buy some stuff if we want. We can't use upgrade charges until the 2nd era, but I think we could place a terraform charge if we wanted to. We could maybe get our 2nd expansion charge. No, that requires another 10 population. Okay. So we don't want to go really for population here because we want as much rugged as possible. And we can see we get a penalty from placed biotica with a base food yield. So food adjacency is fine for building up the population here a little bit, but we don't want anything with a base yield. We now have 1, 2, 3 free slots in here. But we don't have a lot of stuff in our pool. Let's take a look. We could put down the stoat or the rabbit. We don't want to place the rabbit. The fur or the carrot. We don't really want to place the carrot. Or the agate or the stone, which we've already placed. So, before we place anything else here, we'd probably want to do a taiga draft, I think. We might go work somewhere else. In fact, why don't we go look at the Sage Village here? Let's start working on their number 2 request. If we review... Go to collection and look at spirits and projects and look at the Sage. I think we had determined, I think we built the fruit picker, so we want fruit biotica. And then later on, looks like we can get... We're not going to have any ocean, so we can either get 180 food from plants or 240 food from fruit biotica. So we're going to go all in on fruit here. Fruit and mystery. Sort of our goal here. Let's take a look at slots. We have just the one slot here. These guys have already expanded once. So if we place a couple things, we can get them to expand out further. And we want to go all in on fruit. So I think it's time for our first draft here. Let's go into the forest draft and look for fruit. So antimony is a mineral, comes with another mineral, and a white willow, which is not fruit. The apple tree is probably where we're going to go here. This is fruit, comes with pear, and the squirrel, which is also food and biodiversity, very nice, and works in the taiga. Not that we want to place it there, because we don't want to place base food. We want the rugged as high as possible. But I think we're going after the apple tree here. The pangolin's nice, but we don't want bamboo or palace cat. Yeah, we're going to go for the apple tree here. Okay, so let's review our two new plants here. The apple tree, we can't place it yet. We need more biodiversity. But it gains up to an additional 60 food from having 2 adjacent fruit bioticum. Then we have the pear tree, which gains adjacency bonuses from being adjacent to different bioticum types. So animal or mineral would be necessary here. So if we place the pear tree here, it's fruit, it's adjacent to the blueberry. Then we can place the apple tree here. I think that's a good plan. We can place maybe a mineral here or an animal. So let's think about what that would be. Squirrel gains benefits from being adjacent to a tree, so that works for us. So this only gets us 10 food, but it does get us an additional biodiversity. Herbivore and critter. This is critter, herbivore, and fur. There's an additional tag here and an additional 5 food, but I like the biodiversity. So I think we go pear tree, squirrel, apple tree. And then we'll place something outside the borders to attract them to expand a little bit further here. Let's do pear tree. Speed things up a little bit. And unfortunately, they're once again going the wrong way. So I gotta change the way I do this. Let's see, how far back does this take me? It takes me back to here, so... I think we had placed... Yeah, we had placed a gate here to get them to expand the way we want. Okay. Now we're going to come up to the Sage Village. And we want to place some stuff out here, so... I think we still want the apple tree here and the pear tree here. But we'll place the squirrel here to get them to expand that way. And then this will be free for... We'll need to put like a... Well, no, we'll need to put like the squirrel here for the pear tree. Unless we put the apple tree there. And then the pear tree there. Let me review. So apple tree... Oh, we'd have to do this draft again, unfortunately. Can I get the apple tree again? I can. Okay. So the apple tree gets adjacency from fruit. So we can place apple tree there and pear tree there, or apple tree, pear tree. And then the pear tree wants 2 different bioticum types, so we want the animal. And that's where we... Okay, so that one of these 2 slots is where we place the squirrel. Let's get the squirrel down here. See if they expand outwards the way we want them to. There we go. That seems better. Okay, do a quick save there. And now... what did I decide? The apple tree goes there, and the pear tree goes there, right? Okay. Let's get the pear tree. Then we'll get the apple tree. Alright, so we're getting the plus 60 food here, 90 food on the apple tree. And we're getting the plus 20 food here on the pear tree, plus the base 20 from the scientist. So we've got lots of food here. Let's see if that gets us to 10. It does. Okay, we have 10 Aeon left until the end of the era. And we're ready for the city request level 2 here from the Huntress. She wants 3 animals and 8 population. Let's take a look at her city. She's also ready for her first project, and we would like to get them to expand out in this direction and not into the taiga. So she's got 2 animals and the okra plant, 3 empty slots, and we want to expand them that way. Let's take a look at the projects here. All right, Trapper gets 80 up to 80 gold. Hunter gets up to 80 food. Fishing hut gets up to 100 food, but we don't have... We're not going to have fish biotica here. So do we want the Trapper or the Hunter? I guess since we're working on population here, we do want the food. We want the Hunter. And in terms of distinct animals, we already have 2. We have the African wild dog and the guinea fowl. So if we build this and put down 1 more animal, we're going to get the 40 food right away, and we can get up to 80 with another animal. So let's build the Hunter. And then let's get them to expand their borders this way. Let's see, how close are they? They've already expanded. Content with the number of biotica within borders. So I think we can place an animal inside borders. We just have to keep an interest in this. If they start to get interested, that's when we have to put something out here. We have 10 Aeon left until the end of the era. We do have a micro slot here. Plus 8% food for each distinct plants within borders. So we don't have any plants on the taiga right now. We do want another animal here. And we don't have another unique animal. So maybe we'll do a savannah draft and look for an animal. We got zebra, which requires 3 bird biodiversity, but outputs 30. And then gets benefits for distinct herbivores in the biotica. Comes with gazelle, which is also food. And then the igusi, which outputs 5 food and science. We would need some plants in the thing though. The spotted hyena outputs food, comes with more, or gold rather, comes with more gold. This tree outputs science, comes with a little bit of barley for food, and then more science. I think we're gonna go for the zebra here. Do we have an herbivore yet? So the guinea fowl counts as an herbivore. Obviously, this guy does not. You also gain benefits of additional gold if you're adjacent to another African wild dog. So, like, theoretically, we want to place another African wild dog here. You get benefits from a mineral that you're not getting yet. Okay. I think we go African wild dog, then we place another mineral in one of these, and then we place the zebra. Let's see about the zebra here. Wait, where did my zebra go? Did I not pick it? I didn't pick it yet. Herbivore bioticum, right. Yeah, I think zebra's the way to go. So, if we're going to place that... Distinct adjacent herbivore bioticum. So it has to be adjacent. Okay. So we've got limited Eon here. If we, so it's adjacent, right? Up to 3. So we could place another gazelle and another guinea fowl, I guess. The gazelle gets benefits from plants, which we don't have. So if we replace the wild dog with the zebra and then place the gazelle over here, or a second guinea fowl, we can come back to the wild dog later. Need 3 animals within the borders. So, like, it just has to be in the biome. We can place it wherever we want. Replacing's a little rough. This guy needs the adjacency. So I think we replace the wild dog, and then these two become herbivores. Probably a gazelle. Yeah, all right. I think this is how we do it. So we're going to place the zebra. We're going to replace the African wild dog here for 1 eon. We probably need to buy some more eon. We can get some for our population. So I think that's worth 4 pop. Let's hurry up here. You become the zebra. Then we want another guinea fowl and another... I think we go for the biodiversity first, so we'll place the gazelle. Okay. Does that get us to 8 population? I think it does. It does. So there's the level 2 complete there. Now we still want even more herbivores adjacency here. But let's go over to the miner village and take a look here. They want more technology. They have the wealth, and they need more minerals. Okay. They're also looking to build either the toolsmith, the stonecutter, or the gem seeker. So, element biotica or the mineral with the highest science. Let's take a look at that. Also, how close are they to expanding? Not very. So, this has 20. And it looks like that's our best mineral output. It is element. This is gem. And those are the only 2 things we have here. So I think we either go after the 100 science from getting more element biotica, or we go after the toolsmith here and find if we can put down something with a very, very high science mineral. More than 100, I guess, if we can figure it out. Let's do a taiga draft and look for some minerals. All right, so copper can get to 100, counts as element. It can get to 100 output, which would be basically the same as the other project. Comes with tin and the skunk, which can increase ruggedness and output gold. The potato would get us some population here, get plus 20 from the sage. And the blackberry, which we could also use in the forest, apparently. That's kind of nice. That's more fruit, which helps us out. And the blue bead, which can get up to 25, doesn't count as any of the things we want for the projects. Doesn't count as element or gem. The fox is 2x fur and predator, comes with chariorite and redback vole. So copper is element and tin is element. I think this is the one we want. I think copper is the one we want. And that means that our project here is going to be the stonecutter. Okay. So we have 5 eon left. I could place 1 thing, or I could spend 8 population to get 10. So we have element. This one doesn't count as element. We've got 3 empty slots. Let's take a look at these new minerals that we just unlocked. So copper requires 4 biodiversity. Can't place that yet. But tin we could do. Goes up to 30 if adjacent to a plant. And we do have the fir tree here. Challenging extraction gains additional science from rugged in the biome. So that can be placed anywhere. All right, I think we placed the tin here. That should get us a bunch of science because the stonecutter should come online with 40. I don't think it gets us to 8 though. It doesn't. He is inventing something new, apparently. Inventing a new luxury. He invented statues. Plus 1 gold. Solid artwork. Okay. We've got 4 eon left. We want to get 2 more technology. So if I buy another eon limit increase, we can get the copper down and get to... I'm pretty sure we can get where we need to go. We already have 6 rugged and 4 biodiversity, so placing the copper will get us 60 science here. I think that's enough. It will eat up all the biodiversity, though. It won't affect the rugged. How are they looking for expansion? They're still disinterested. Okay. Let me do a quick save just in case. No, that was the wrong button. That was quick load. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's terrible. We're all the way back here. I can't even remember what I did. Yikes. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to cut the video here and review exactly what I did. Okay, so I'm back, and I redid everything that I accidentally deleted with the quick load there. So we're back. I've now got a quick save here, and we can consider how to move forward. What was I talking about? We need 2 more technology here. We do have some micros here. They're all about food, though. And we have some empty slots here, so I think it's time to put the copper down. We've got tin, fur, stone, and a gate. So let's place the copper now. We have the biodiversity. I think it doesn't matter where we put it, but there are things that get benefits the further they are from the city, so let's use this slot. Okay, that gets us to 8 rugged with 1 biodiversity to spare. And we should also finish our city request here. Yep. Our stone cutter is at 40. We need more element biotica to get that maxed out. And we don't have any eon left. So we either go to the new era or we try to max out the stone cutter by placing more elements. So we have 1, 2, 3. We need 1 more element here. And we would have to do another draft to get it, which I don't think we can do. I guess we could get another taiga draft here and try to get another element to max that out before we go to the next... because I'd have to spend another 8 population on the eon limit. Where I could use it on a draft charge or an expansion charge. Technically, we could get another nomad charge. We could get a terraform charge here. What are my terraform abilities? Let me see what I remember. So we got the mountain. Or the sanctuary or the creek. So the creek would do plants. Sanctuary grants double micro slots, and non-emblem micros are placed twice. And then the mountain just gives you more slots. Wonder what a taiga mountain would look like. We could try for another taiga draft here to get 1 more element. So I've seen before that something like the stonecutter here becomes legacy when you move to the next era. And I think once it becomes legacy, you can no longer improve it. You can no longer adjust the benefit you get. So I feel like placing 1 more element to get to 100 science here is worth doing. Like an extra 60 science for 1 placement is very good. So I think we are going to do this. We're going to do a taiga draft, and we're going to buy some more eon. And let's look at what's available to us. So we don't want plants. They remove the ruggedness, really. The only thing we'd get out of this is the blackberry, which we could use happily in the forest. The sugar beet is a plant as well. Comes with lignite, which is a 2-star, which we can use next era. And then charoite, which is a gem. And labradorite, which is a lost element. So we could use all 3 of these, actually. Not so much the sugar beet, but these 3 cohorts would be very nice. These are both 1-star, so we could use the labradorite now. And then we'd have lignite and charoite to use next era. And then the nightjar gold output comes with the crossbill, the rowan tree, and the cloudberry. I don't think so. I think we go sugar beet here. We'll never actually place it, but I can use the labradite right now to get that science bonus and a little bit of prosperity from gold. Won't be adjacent to any critters, so we won't get the taiga stone. We might get that next. We might think about getting that, depending on if we want the gold and the biodiversity. And then the charoite is a gem, not element. Lignite would be nice to place. But we can't do that until, I think, the second era. So let's get this and let's place the labradorite. Yeah, you go right there. We need more Eon. Do I want to spend science? I would have to spend all of it. I wouldn't be able to get either of these. I think I'll spend the population. All right. There we go. That pushes our stonecutter to 100. So even if this is locked at legacy next during the first era, I should check to see how this works. But we're going to go ahead and get started on our calm era here. So options include the Iron Age, where we already have 3 stars, the Neolithic Revolution, where we already have 3 stars, the Monument Age, which we already have 3 stars and don't qualify for, and then there's like another age or two. But we're going to go for the calm era here. We don't actually, let's see, have 30 prosperity on the planet, have 45, have 70. So all we need is prosperity. There's no additional effects, but we should gain some unlocks, I believe. Now, they immediately went the wrong way here and expanded into the forest. I really don't like that. I wish there was a way to control that. How would I do that? Well, let me check something here. The stonecutter's still active here, so actually, we can jump back in time. And what are we, so what am I left with here? Stonecutter's at 2. We were going to place the copper, right? That's what we haven't done yet. So if we place the copper here, then I buy my Eon Limit upgrade, drop the taiga, and get, hopefully... Alright, so there's the labradorite that we were using. We've got a different roll this time. We can't use nephrite or Arctic wolf. I'd love to use silver, but we don't have the biodiversity for it, right? Yeah, we used all that in the copper. The peat counts as an element. We could place that. And the sulfur is a lost volcanic element. That could be good. Tourmaline comes with caribou, labradorite, and snowshoe hair. Actually, this one's pretty good because we can get some population without placing plants. So I think I'm going to pick this, and we'll place the labradorite. But where we're going to place it is outside the borders. And then that means that next era they'll expand where we want them to, and we'll get the benefit from the project, right? There's our spare draft. So we'll place the labradorite out here. Wants to be adjacent to critters. We'll see about that next episode, or next era. Let's place that down. So now I think we're done. And we'll see. There's like random animals out here. Interesting. We'll see if we can get them all to expand the way we want them to. Into the biomes we want them to. I've done as much as I can. I'll click save here, just in case there's something I think of. And we'll go ahead and continue on to our calm era. Okay, so they're expanding the way we want them to. They, unfortunately, are not. I wish there was a way to control them. That's so frustrating. Like, don't go there. I don't want you there. I don't want you there, either. Like, why are you insisting on going that direction? There's, like, your whole world is this way. Is there anything I can do to stop them from doing that? It's really irritating. Like, I'd have to buy... I can't afford any more Eon. There's nothing I can do to stop them from doing it. I guess what I can do... Hold on. Let me immediately pause. Pause the game before they get moving. Now I have Eon, right? No, pause the game. Okay. What I want to do is force them to expand the way I want them to. Can I get it? They're expanding now. So I need to get Biotica here ASAP. I don't know if this will work or not. But let's get something down over here. Wait, it shows an Iron Age? That's not right. Calm era. Confirm. Pause. There we go. Calm era. I quite like that little graphic, by the way. No, don't unpause it for me. I'm in the middle of doing something, bruh. Okay. What are we gonna place here? We need to place something here to try and lure them in. Something we don't have yet. Elephant grass or agusi? Root network. Gets additional food and science if there are at least 2 plant biotica in this row. So we have okra. And that's it right now. But we could work on that. Elephant grass gains 10 science for each adjacent animal. You need another herbivore adjacent to you here, so there would be an animal here. We could put an animal there, and then do, like... So, elephant grass there, and then... What did you want? You wanted a mineral bioticum adjacent, so maybe not. But we can get stuff in the row, though, I think. Let's place the elephant grass here. And then let's go over here. They're trying to expand as well. For you guys, what do we want to put out here? Just more plants, right? Plants are great. And we want fruit, I think, for you. Apple tree, ash, blueberry, pear. We've already got those 3. Fruit picker. Yeah, we need more fruit biotica. So maybe we draft the forest here. Look for more fruit. Blackberry would be good. Mulberry doesn't count. Neither does white willow. We already have pear. Beaver doesn't count as fruit. So it looks like we're going after the board to get access to the blackberry. We can place that in the taiga as well. Oh, don't. Pause. I want you to be doing... and I need this guy to do it too. These guys are going to go the wrong way. I don't think this is going to work at all. They're like already here. Yeah, they've already expanded their borders out to here. That's so annoying. That's so annoying, man. Like what? Why are you forcing me to go in a... Like I have a grand plan and you're wrecking it. Like I've got you guys this incredible taiga and you're like, no, I'm gonna go settle in this empty forest. Idiots. That's really frustrating, man. That's really frustrating. Like I spent all this effort planning out your city and you're like, I'm gonna wreck it. I'm just gonna go get this because like that's not your city. This is your city, bro. So I guess we have to put them in the middle of their planned biomes, which sucks because it breaks up adjacency. I guess the one nice thing is it gives us a little bit of like the ability to put down something else for their projects and whatever. But this is depressing. I don't like the way the game snatches control away from you and forces them to do things that you don't want them to do. Like, I get that you're a border expander. I get that you want to expand, but I would really like it if I could control what you do. So these guys are going to go the way I want because I placed this, but these other two, I can't stop them. They just go out here regardless of what I want. Which means before the end of an era, I have to take into account expansion at the start of the next era, because the start of the era is what triggered them all to expand in ways that I really didn't want them to do. Which makes it harder to, like, it makes it more difficult to complete quests and objectives, because you have such limited eon at the start of a planet, and now I have to spend it putting it outside borders that they're not going to expand to until the next era, if I want to control where they expand to. That's pretty frustrating. All right. Well, it is what it is. I made the choices I made. We did a bunch of quick loads and whatnot, so we're stuck with it. Eastern Castle did it right, the way I wanted it to. These guys stole land from Eastern Castle. These guys stole land from North Grove Citadel, or Northern Dune Citadel. It's not ideal, but I can't change it, so we're just gonna live with it. So we need 70 prosperity on the planet for our 2-star. No, for a 3-star. That's all we need. So we're already done with 2 stars. We're at 64 prosperity. We're very close here to completing this. I don't know if we actually get unlocks for completing these 3 stars the first time. It seems like we should. All right, so now I'm a little bit irked. I'm a little bit frustrated, and this episode was kind of a mess. I think I'm gonna call it here. And when we come back next time, we've got 50 eon to play with. We can just hardcore work on getting all these guys up to their level 3 projects and, like, spamming out huge amounts of prosperity to make the subsequent comm eras just very easy to beat. Unfortunately, my master plan for how they're going to expand did not work, but I learned something, right? I learned that the start of an era forces expansion, so you need to prepare for it if you want to control where they go. All right, so I am going to take a break here. That's going to be it for this time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I know this episode was kind of a mess. I did a lot of quick save and quick load, made some mistakes, had to cut the video. Didn't get the things to happen quite the way I wanted, but I mean, the good news is the eras here are going to be trivially easy to beat, and hopefully we get a bunch of cool unlocks from it, so that as we move into the more challenging eras in future episodes, we have a bigger pool of stuff to draw from, and we'll see some new biotica and whatnot. But yeah, that's going to be it for this time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.